for me to be a starting point guard on that team is man, second to none, man.
Yeah, and you brought up something that I want to touch on real quick before we go to your sophomore year. You said several times tonight about not being able to really grasp the moment when it's going on because you just going by day by day. You got to win the day, and I can relate to that, man. And that was part of the reason I did this podcast, because when I bring people on now and we talk about the memories, I get to embrace what I actually did as a basketball event person and website person. Because when I was doing it, I couldn't really pay attention to what I was doing. You get what I'm saying? Because you grind. And now when I look back at it and we talk about it, I can embrace it a little more and be like, wow, you really did that. Because
it brings me to my point as well. I got to give you your flowers, man. Like in terms of your platform and in the spotlight, Metro Hoops, all of that. You've given a lot of kids confidence. You've given a lot of kids hope. The opportunity, I think, is very underrated, man. I think you're a legend overall, man. Like, so I want to give you your flowers as well, because it not only helped me, but it helped a lot of other players at every level as well. Because we still talk about it. It's one of those things where, like, a lot of people, I think a lot of players, that's when, you know, the older you get, the business of basketball kind of takes over.
That's when it was still fun.
That's when it was still fun. Rankings, you know, just the camaraderie of it, the brotherhood of it, man. I want to give you your flowers too, man, because you gave us a platform, and I think that it just helped everything, man, in terms of just growing and the confidence you gave us in terms of just the rankings and all of that. The platform, second to none, man.
All praises, man. All praise to the Most High. Now your sophomore year, things started to pick up. You was like, you got that Seton Hall prep swag. On your sophomore year, you know what I'm saying? Average 15 points. Big East Most Improved Player Award winner. That's you was talking about, getting picked last, huh?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about in terms of just getting back to the routine that I had in high school. And every single day just being consistent, having a certain number of shots that I was making sure I was highly conditioned, and then just getting used to the physicality of it. I think the biggest thing my sophomore year that I had to really realize that I was on scouting reports now. I was the guy on scouting reports. Guys were flying out at me. So I had to manipulate the defense different ways. I had to use my shot fakes. I had to set guys up. I had to score in different ways. So that's one of the biggest things I learned from Brandon Knight too. I think he really helped me in terms of just progressing, even after being scouted. You know, guys were, they were going over, they were being physical on ball screens, being physical on pin downs. So I had to manipulate the defense with my conditioning, and then still just be consistent